Okay, so welcome to the rest. Let's see who is joining. Samuel, welcome. So, as I mentioned, today we're going to start with class number 6. So, we're going to start as usual with this activity. So, guys, what do you see in the first picture? What do you see here?
A person who looks tired
Very good. A person who looks tired. Why is he tired? Why is he tired?
because
Because
he has a hard work.
Okay, what
yes.
else?
Um
because he didn't take enough caffeine.
Okay, very good. What else? Flor?
because the stress is like it's like it's so much stress
Okay, one more.
because he didn't sleep well.
Okay, because he didn't sleep well. In this picture, what do you see here? What do you see in this picture?
She is hungry for the all.
She's angry about the hour. What else?
Angry.
Sorry. What else? What else do you see, guys? Give me context. No?
She
Maybe
wants that we looks her watch.
Okay, very good. Uh-huh, the girl. Who was going to speak? Fatima, I guess. Fatima.
yes, maybe her friend was late.
Okay, her friend was late. Awesome. Let's see. What about this person?
A sportman who is drinking a water
Very good. A man drinking water. Why? Why is he drinking water?
He's thirsty.
He's thirsty. Very good. Why is he thirsty?
Because he been playing, how do you call this? I don't know, the game,
Is it football?
Football.
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 Yeah, actually, you mentioned something important, Fatima. Very good. We'll see that later. What about this person? What do you see here?
He needs a shower.
He needs a shower. Why does he need a shower?
I don't know how to say sudor in English.
Sweat.
Because he has all his body sweat.
Okay, so we can also say because he's sweaty. He's sweaty.
I'm sorry, I don't have enough vocabulary.
No worries, so he's sweaty. But why? Why is he sweaty?
because he was doing exercise.
Very good, because he was doing exercise. Okay, thank you very much for your answers. Today's topic is going to be about present perfect continuous. Guys, do you remember about present perfect, the structure that we use for present perfect? Who remembers? Who remembers about the structure that we use in present perfect? Let me ask Edwin Garcia. What is the structure that we use in present perfect?
Mm, I remember that it's solid plus the auxiliary verb have, has,
Mhm.
The verb in past perfect plus complement.
Okay, very good. Yes. So we have the subject, then we need have or has, then we need the past participle verb, and then we need the complement. Very good. What about present continuous? Who remember the structure for present continuous? Fatima.
Um, I think it's subject plus have been plus the verb in ing form plus complement.
Is that present continuous or present perfect continuous? Because I asked you the present continuous.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm
Fatima.
sorry.
No
Yeah,
worries.
I'm sleepy. Um, present continuous. We use subject plus
To be verb.
yeah, the verb in ing form
Mhm.
plus the complement.
Okay,
I'm not
very
sure.
good. Yes, pretty much in present continuous, we use the subject to be verb or verb to be. We use ing verb and the complement. But teacher, what does this have to do with this? Because we're going to mix it. So we're going to take present perfect and we're going to take present continuous and we're going to mix them up. How come, teacher? Like this. Let's watch this video. Oops, sorry. Uh, so guys, pay attention to this video. But give me 1 second. Oh yeah.
ESL Library. Present Perfect Progressive. What are verb tenses? Verb tenses show the time that an action takes place. The present perfect progressive is a verb tense. We use the present perfect progressive tense for actions that started in the past, continue to the present, and will continue in the future. For example, I have been working at this company for 8 years. I have been living in France since 2015. I have been watching TV for 3 hours. The present perfect progressive is formed with have, been, and the ing form of the main verb. How do we get this verb form? First, the present perfect is formed with the verb have, plus a past participle form. Next, a progressive verb is formed with be plus an ing verb. The past participle form of be is been. When we put it all together, we get the present perfect progressive form of have plus been plus an ing verb. Have changes forms depending on the subject. You have been learning English for 8 years. She has been sleeping all day. Snow has been falling all night. A contraction is a shorter form of a word. When we use the present perfect progressive, we can contract the verb have. The contraction for have is v. The contraction for has is z. We can contract have and has with subject pronouns. We sometimes contract has with singular subject nouns, but we don't contract have with plural nouns. He's been reading a book since 5 o'clock. We've been waiting at the airport for 2 hours. The student's been doing her homework all evening. Look at the picture and say or write a present perfect progressive sentence. Use
We're going to skip the practice part because I want to explain when to use present perfect continuous. But before we move on, do you happen to have any questions about this video, about the structure of this tense? Not right now? Okay, so let's continue. So we have the present perfect continuous usage. So pay attention to this. Help me read Samuel Calero.
Present perfect continuous. Actions that started in the past and continue up to the present with an emphasis on the duration of the action.
Action. Very good. Actions that started in the past and continue up to the present with an emphasis on the duration of the action. Okay, so that is the keyword. Emphasis on the duration of the action. Edwin, read the second sentence, please.
Action that started in the past and just finished in the past with a visible results in the present.
Excellent. So we have actions that started in the past and just finished in the past with a visible result in the present. Okay, so the key word in this case is visible result in the present. So I actually would like to add one more that is not here. So for example, an action that started in the past continues in my present and may continue in my future. So we have a structure. Help me with this one. Adriana.
Subject plus have or has plus been plus ing verb and plus complement.
Excellent. Just pay close attention to the pronunciation of this, okay? Because sometimes we may pronounce it as bean. It is not bean because bean is frijol. So in this case, it will be something like been. So we have the subject plus have or has plus been plus ing verb plus complement. Thank you. Let's continue with the example. Luis Santiago, help me.
He has been working on his project all night long.
Okay, so he has been working on his project all night long. So in this case, am I emphasizing something here, guys? Am I emphasizing anything, something here? Guys, what am I emphasizing in this case, in this sentence?
The duration,
That started in the past because all night and continue now. I don't know.
Okay, okay, yeah, actually, I'm emphasizing the duration of the action. because I have this all night long. So he has been working on his project all night long. So this action started at some point in the past. I actually don't know when. I don't know when. I don't have an exact time. Okay. But what I know is that this action started at some point in the past and it is still happening up to my present. And it may continue in the future as well. Okay. Because we don't have a result. We only have the action and the direction of the action. Let's check another example. Well, actually, let's continue. Help me with this one, please, Flor. Flor.
Actions that start in the past and continued up to the present with an emphasis of the duration
Duration.
duration of the action.
How do you pronounce this? How do you pronounce this verb?
Start.
Started.
I started.
Started. Very good. Let's see. Samuel Calero.
Yes, yes. Monique has been waiting for her boyfriend for almost 5 minutes.
So Monique has been waiting for her boyfriend for almost 5 minutes. I'm emphasizing the time, okay? So you can see this in red because I care about the duration of the action itself. Now let's see. Help me with this one, Alex.
They had been studying for their final exam science last week.
How do you pronounce this once again?
Science.
Is it science or since?
Since
Since.
Since. Yes, remember, science is the subject, ciencias. Okay. So we're going to check the pronunciation of this one later, okay? Because we have an entire topic only for since and for. But let's pay attention to the sentence. They have been studying for their final exam since last week. So it started in the past and it still continues in my present. More examples. Help me with this one, please. Edwin.
Will has been looking for a job since he got a graduate for college.
Okay, so in this case, we have changed completely the time expression. The time expression is this, but we have changed it because in this one, we only have since last week. But in this one, I have a complete sentence, okay? Is this possible, teacher? Yes, it is. But please, welcome, Lizzie. But please, guys, remember that if we want to use a time expression this long, this is going to be in simple past form, okay? Because this sentence belongs to simple past. It doesn't belong to future, it doesn't belong to present, it doesn't belong to past progressive. It belongs to past simple or simple past, okay? Because this action is over to get graduated from college. This action is completely over, okay? Because I can only get graduated once, okay? It is not a repeated action. So Will has been looking for a job since he got graduated from college, okay? This action, it's not a repeated action, okay? It happened just once. Now we have, help me read this part, please, Angel.
Action that started in the past and just finished in the past with a visible result in the present.
Very good. So we have action that started in the past and just finished in the past with a visible result in the present. How is that possible, teacher? Like this. Do you remember this picture? It was actually in the first slide, right? That we were talking about, hey guys, what do you see here? Can you describe the situation? So we have this sentence. Help me with this one, Fatima.
He's thirsty because he has been running for 2 hours.
Excellent. Very good. So we have he's thirsty because he has been running for 2 hours. What do you see here? This is actually like a cause and effect. Okay. So what is the cause in this case? What is the cause?
Is
Thirsty.
thirsty.
Is that the cause or the result?
Because he's running.
There you go. So in this case, he's thirsty. So that is going to be my result. Hey, teacher, why are you thirsty? You know, I have been running all day long. I have been running for 2 hours. So because I have been running for 2 hours, that's going to be my cause. I am thirsty. This is my result. Okay. So if you can see here, this action that started in the past has an effect in my present because I am using present, simple present here. Okay. But I'm using because. Okay. So this because is joining my two sentences. Let's continue. Help me with this one, Garcia, Edwin Garcia.
Mark Sweaty.
Sweaty.
Sorry. He's been working out since morning.
Very good. So we have Mark, not sweetie, because sweetie is dulce, something like that. Sweaty, okay? Like, oof, sweaty. Mark is sweaty. He's been working out since morning. Let's see. Yeah. So the same situation. This is my effect. This is my cause. Past, present. And I'm using contraction. Don't get confused because I can also use contraction here. You will see. Just give me one second. Where's my? Sorry. So don't get confused because I can also use contraction here like this. But what's the difference between this contraction and this other contraction? Mark Sweaty has been working out since morning. What's the difference between this contraction and this other contraction? Who knows? Guys? Edwin.
Uh, I believe that the first one is like possession now, and the second one is a contraction of the auxiliary has.
Very good observation. Yeah, pretty much the contraction here, this is for the auxiliary. So I don't want to say he has. So I can easily use contraction. He's been working out. In here is pretty much the same. Mark sweaty. But in this case, this is belongs to the verb to be. It is not Mark has sweaty. No, Mark is sweaty. He has been working out since morning. Okay, so we have our first activity. So we have this. For example, we have the cause of something. For example, you can say, you know, he is hungry. So why is he hungry? And you're going to give me the answer. Okay? Who wants to be the first? Do I have a volunteer? No volunteers? Okay, Adriana, thank you. Adriana. Okay, so he's hungry. Why? Remember to use present perfect continuous.
He is hungry because he has been sleeping all the day.
Excellent. He's hungry because he's been sleeping all day. Perfect. Okay, let's see. I see Luis Santiago. Okay, Luis Santiago, he's sweaty. I mean, she's sweaty.
She's sweaty because she has been working a lot. I don't know.
Excellent. She's sweaty because she has been working a lot. Excellent. Adrian, no. Fatima Hernandez. He smells bad.
He smells bad because he has been exercising.
Okay, very good. Because he has been exercising. In this case, I will say because he's been doing exercise a lot, or because he's been working out. But that's fine. Thank you.
Okay.
Mhm. Thank you, Fatima. Let's continue with Alex Diaz. The streets are wet.
Um, give me a moment.
Sure.
The streets are wet.
Wet.
The streets are wet. Uh, I don't have idea. Wet.
What is the meaning
It's
of wet?
that no, we have
Húmedo.
wet is mojado.
Mhm.
No,
Yes, yes, it is.
because we have no. It has been raining every day.
Excellent. Because it's been raining. Excellent. Let's continue. Samuel Calero. Samuel Calero. He has a black eye. Very interesting.
What does it mean black eye?
Black eye. Let's look it up. This is a black eye.
Oh, uh, he has a black eye because he's been fighting with all
Excellent.
his classmates.
Okay, excellent. That's a very good example. Yes. He has black eye because he's been fighting with all his classmates. Perfect. Let's see. Who's missing? I guess Lizzie. He is exhausted.
Because he has been um, eating a lot.
Excellent. Okay, excellent. He's been eating a lot. Flor. Ah, this is the teacher. The teacher is stressed out.
He is stressed out because um, has been doing homeworks.
And the subject?
Ooh, has been doing
Because he
has been because he has been doing homeworks from the university.
Okay, excellent. Very good. Just one observation, guys. Don't forget that whenever we start a new sentence in English, we need to add the subject all the time. This actually doesn't happen in Spanish because, well, most of the times we imply the subject, but in English, this is impossible. Whenever we start a new sentence, we must use the subject. So very good, Flor. And don't forget the homework is uncountable. So we cannot say homeworks. We say homework. So the teacher is stressed out because he's been doing homework. Very good. Now we have just two more. Who wants to help me with this too? Do I have volunteers? Adriana, thank you. There is so much snow outside.
Uh, because it has been is snow. How do you say never snowing?
Snowing.
Snowing all day.
Excellent. And the last one goes to Edwin Garcia. He's sleepy.
He's sleepy because he has been all night.
He has been all night. We are missing something there.
Hmm.
Something is missing. He's been all night.
Uh, he's been sleeping all night.
Okay, because he's been sleeping all night. So that's the reason he's sleepy right now. Excellent. So this is pretty much how we use this in English. But let's continue. Before we move on, do you have any questions about this so far, guys? Any questions about this?
No, teacher.
Okay.
What is the difference with past progressive? Because we, to be honest, I feel that example is that is similar meaning that we use past progressive or past present progressive.
Thank you very much for highlighting that. Actually, yes, sometimes you may get confused between simple, well, present perfect continuous and past progressive. But guys, so pay attention to this. Whenever we have present perfect tenses is because an action that started in the past is still relevant in the present. Okay, it is still relevant in the present. But when we are talking about past actions, for example, simple past, past perfect, and past continuous, so those actions are not relevant or important in the present. So, for example, let's pay attention to this. You'll see. 1 second. So, for example, if I say this, so we have this. The first one, I have been giving classes since morning and I was giving classes this morning. Okay. Actually, I can add another sentence here, but I'm not going to do it. So just for you to understand the whole concept. So guys, what's the difference between this sentence and this other sentence? What's the difference?
In the first one, you are doing the action
Mhm.
since the morning. So you are repeating until now the same action. And in the second one, you finish the action just in a period of time.
Excellent. Very good. Yeah, actually, that is a very good explanation about this. So in the first sentence, I started this action in the past and I'm still doing it because I'm still here. For this one, this action started in the past, it continues in the past and finished in the past. Okay, so this action is over. If we draw a timeline, so this will be my present. Okay, so if I want to talk about the present perfect continuous, so I have an action that started here. Okay, so this action comes here and continues here. But what happens if I want to talk about this other action? So this other action started here and finished here. Okay, there was a continuous action that finished here, but this action never touched my present. Okay, I don't care about this touching my present. I just want to describe something in the past and it is irrelevant in my present. So I don't want to use it. Okay, what happens if an action of of the past, I want to talk about it because it is still affecting my present. I still see the results in my present. So in this case, I will use present perfect continuous. Is it clear, guys? Is it clear?
Yes, it's clear.
Okay,
It's good for me.
okay. So negative. We have this. Floor, help me.
Subject plus have has plus not plus been plus a and g verb
ing,
plus
ing.
I I G I G verb plus complement.
Awesome. Very good. So we have this sentence. Edwin.
Lexi has not been eating healthy lately.
Very good. Lexi has not been eating healthy lately. Okay. So we have a picture here. Alexi has not been eating healthy lately. Let's continue. Alex.
Lindsay likes to procrastinate. She has not been doing her homework for 2 weeks.
Okay, very interesting. Lindsay likes to procrastinate. She has not been doing her homework for 2 weeks. Okay, so pay attention, not is placed between my auxiliary and been. And I still emphasize the duration of the action. So this action started 2 weeks ago and it is still happening right now. Help me with this one. Let's see. Samuel.
He has not been coming to class lately. He's been teaching
Mhm.
with his friends.
Okay, so if you can see here, I'm actually using present perfect continuous twice. The first sentence is negative and the second one is positive. I'm using contractions here. I'm not using contraction here. So what is this, teacher? I don't understand the idea. He has not been coming to class lately. He's been ditching with his friends. I don't know the meaning of this, teacher. So we need to understand and pay attention to the context, okay? The context is gonna tell me the meaning of this word. He has not been coming to class lately. He's been ditching with his friends. What is the meaning of ditching?
Guess losing time.
Very good. Another idea, guys. What's ditching? Don't Google it. Don't Google
He's,
it. Huh?
maybe he's missing school.
Yes. Very good. So he's missing some classes. Or like in Spanish, we say irse de pinta, fugarse. Okay. So he's been ditching with his friends. Okay. Very good. Now we have questions, but before we move on, I want to emphasize something. Guys, do you remember that I gave you homework? What was the homework about? What was the homework about?
Not action verbs.
About non-action verbs. Why is it relevant non-action verbs in this topic? Why is it relevant? Why is it important to know about action verbs when we talk about any continuous tenses?
Because we're using the ing form.
Because we are using the ing form. Can we use ing form with non-action verbs?
Yes, we can.
Actually, yes, in some cases we can, but most of the times we cannot. Okay, so you may find this information as non-action verbs or stative verbs. Okay, but teacher, I don't get it. Let's suppose that you want to use the verb like. Angel is like an action verb.
I think so. Yes.
Yes, it is. Like is an action verb. Why, teacher? Because liking. Well, actually, there is only one exception when we can use liking, but we are going to see that later on, okay? But let's suppose that I want to say that I like something. For example, I can say, I like Lana Del Rey, for example, the singer. So in this case, because like is an action verb, I can say I'm liking Lana Del Rey, for example. Okay, so even this is telling me this is not okay. Why, teacher? Because for these verbs, we can only use the base form. For example, I like Lana Del Rey. But teacher, can I use I have been liking oops, Lana Del Rey? Can I say this, guys? I have been liking since the first time I listened to her. Guys, can I say this? Can I say this? Do you think this sentence is okay? Guys?
I think no.
So if this is not okay, thank you, Adriana. If this is not okay, so which tense should I use here? Which tense should I use? So I want you to pay attention to this one because the action of liking started in the past, but I still like her music. So that action that happened in the past still continues in my present, but I cannot use liking. What is the other tense that I can use?
We can use enjoying, maybe.
We can use what? I'm sorry.
Enjoying. No? Enjoy?
Oh, no. Actually,
No.
I want to use like. I want to use that.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
want to use another verb. I want to use like.
The
Let's
past.
use okay, past. But no, why not? Because I liked Lana Del Rey, but I don't like it anymore. I don't like it in my present.
Um,
Guys.
Present perfect.
There you go. In this case, we will use present perfect, not present perfect continuous, present perfect. So I, I have liked Lana Del Rey since the first time I listened to her. So pretty much this is like sort of saying the same as this in here, but because I cannot use ing here, I will prefer to use my present perfect. And present perfect is going to allow me to use like, but in past participle. So I have liked Lana Del Rey since the first time I listened to her. So whenever you cannot use an action verb and you really want to use that verb, remember that you have many options. Okay. For example, we cannot use non-action verbs in present progressive. So I will use present simple or simple present. I cannot use an non-action verb in past progressive. So I will use simple past. I cannot use an non-action verb in past perfect continuous. So I will use present perfect. Is it clear?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. So let's continue. We have questions. Help me with the structure, please. Calero.
How long plus have, has plus subject plus plus being plus ing verb plus complement and
Excellent.
the interrogative.
And interrogative. Interrogative or question mark?
Question mark.
Oh, be careful.
I
Very good.
forget.
No worries. So yeah, so pretty much we have this. Wait, I hate this. I hate this a lot. Okay, there we go. So yes, we have how long, which is going to be the main WH word that we can use, how long, then have or has, subject, been, ing, verb, and complement, plus question mark. So we have this question here, Flor,
Yes. How long have you been waiting for the call?
how will you answer this question, Lizzie?
Sorry, teacher, could you please repeat one more
Sure,
time?
sure. How will you answer this question? How long have you been waiting for the call?
Mm, I've been waiting for a long time.
Very good. I've been waiting for a long time. Excellent. So we have more WH questions. For example, I don't want to use how long because the question doesn't have has nothing to do with time expression. So we have the first one. Let me with this one, Fatima.
What have you been doing lately?
Edwin, the answer.
I have been working with my dad in his store.
Very good. I have been working with my dad in his store. Alex, the question.
Who has she been working in the store with?
Very good. The answer, please. Fatima?
The answer, she has been working with his dad in the store.
Excellent. And then we have this. Where? Um, Santiago. Following the structure for questions in present perfect continuous, how will you answer? How will you ask a question using where? Following the same structure.
Let me think. Hmm. Hmm.
Hmm.
Where it no, where has it been working her?
Okay. Why are you using it? So where is my subject?
Because I changed my mind when I when I did the question.
Try again, try again, try again.
Where has she been working?
Excellent. So we have, don't pay attention to this because this is informal English. Where has she been working? Perfect. What would be the answer, guys? What would it be the answer? Where has she been working? Adriana.
He has been working in, uh, in a hospital.
In a hospital?
At, at, at the hospital.
At the hospital? Pay attention to this because we're following this.
Oh, nice.
Uh-huh. Adriana.
I don't understand.
So we are following the same pattern here. So, hey, what have you been doing lately? I have been working with my dad in his store. Who has she been working in the store with? She has been working with his dad in the store. Where has she been working? She has been working
In the store.
in the store. Perfect. So, as simple as that. Any questions? Any questions? No? What happens? Let's see. Nope. Okay, thank you. This is a very interesting question. Help me with this one, Calero. Calero,
Yes.
help me read this, please.
What happens when the subject is known?
Oops, sorry. There is a typo.
It's unknown.
There you go. Thank you. Sorry. Guys, what happens when the subject is unknown? How would you ask a question when the subject is unknown? So, for example,
said,
Someone has been eating my food lately. So, how would you answer that question? If
We can use who.
okay, very good. Let's go here. So, yes, pretty much whenever we want to talk about a person or actually ask about a person, we will start with who. What else? Mhm.
Has been.
Why? Actually, yes, that's the correct answer. Has been. A why?
Because that's the structure.
That's common sense, right?
Yeah.
Yes, very good. So pretty much whenever we don't know the subject of a sentence and we inquire about it, we are not gonna use a subject because actually that's what we want to know. And because we don't have a subject, we cannot use have, okay? We are not gonna use have, never, ever. Instead, we will use has. So let's suppose that who is third person singular. So who has been, do you remember? Someone has been eating my food. So the question will be, who has been?
Eating my food.
There you go. Eating my food. Excellent. So this is the way that we ask whenever we don't know the subject of the sentence. How would you answer this question? How would you answer this question?
The cat has been eating my food.
There you go. The, the cat has been eating my food. But why am I using has? Why am I using has?
because the cat is a third one person.
Very good, because cat is a third person singular. Excellent. Any questions before we go?
Not for today.
Not for today. Maybe for tomorrow, right? But not for today.
Tomorrow and the day after tomorrow.
Excellent.